Well-known prosecutor and crime writer Vincent Bugliosi is dead at age 80. If you've ever read Helter Skelter, then you've read some of the works of Vincent Bugliosi. He was the prosecutor in the Charles Manson case way back in 1971 and used that fame to have an extraordinarily lengthy and influential career as a journalist and author. Wrote more than a dozen books. Now, here's the part that struck me as interesting in his New York Times obituary. He was not the original lead prosecutor in the Charles Manson case. It was another attorney, Aaron Stovitz. The problem Aaron Stovitz had is he made a comment to Rolling Stone magazine. He thought it was off the record and it got in the story. And his bosses were not pleased. The judge had, as judges often do, said, don't talk to the media. And he was removed from the case. Vincent Bugliosi took over and then got massive amounts of coverage every day for 9 months. It was a huge, huge, huge story. And before my time, frankly, I don't remember it, but it was apparently bigger than the OJ case, for those of you who even remember OJ. So, to me, it's just fascinating. What the media giveth, the media taketh away. This former prosecutor, nothing against him, but apparently he lived out his life in obscurity. Stayed on at that job, did a few other things, nothing notable, died a few years ago, unknown. Vincent Bugliosi went on to international fame, fortune, and influence, and it was because they had different experiences with the media. Now, Stovitz claims that he thought his conversation was off the record with the Rolling Stone. Now, I wasn't there, but a couple of ground rules for all of us. Don't ever say anything off the record to the media that could completely destroy your career, because you just never know when a reporter could forget what's off the record, what's on. Their lawyers could get a hold of it. That journalist publisher could get it. It could leak out other ways. So that's the first rule. Don't say anything that will absolutely destroy your career. The second thing is you have to get verbal confirmation from the reporter that this conversation is off the record. I can't just say I can't just go out to a reporter and say, hey, off the record, I killed my wife last night, and then keep going. That reporter is under no ethical or legal obligation to keep what I just said out of print. You have to ask in advance, I'd like to go off the record. Can we go off the record? And have that reporter say yes. If you do that, in my experience, it's highly unlikely the reporter will double-cross you. But again, there are no absolute assurances other than keeping your mouth shut. So, to me, that's the fascinating lesson. Entire careers change so dramatically because of one quote in the media. Plus, someone else's career just skyrocketed because of many, many, many good quotes over a period of time. The media is powerful, but you've got to harness it in the direction you want.